What's up, you guys? It's Graham here. So I'm here with a few pretty special guests. I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves to you. But between all of us, I guess we have $1.5 million in revenue per month that we have, which is insane. And we're going to be talking about passive income, what's holding people back, some things that you should be learning that we've learned along the way. And I'm going to hand the mic off to Mike.
Yo, guys. So it's crazy because there's like 4 cameras right here, so we don't know which one to look at. But my name is Mike Vasteel. I'm a YouTuber out in Bali. Talk about a bunch of stuff, like mostly Shopify, affiliate marketing, dropshipping, e-commerce, Facebook ads. Well, like one of my expertise actually is like rapidly scaling Facebook ads. I would say that because everyone does a little bit of everything, right? But yeah, dude, I'm super excited because like my biggest goal in life was to surround myself around like awesome people, kind of like the Avengers of entrepreneurs. And like when I first made YouTube videos, one of my biggest goals when I first started
was to meet Graham Stephan.
Was other than like that was like probably right up there, like next to like getting like all like the top Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But no, dude, it was like I wanted to surround myself around people that actually thought the same as me, right? And that's why I'm like super excited for this collaboration because, man, like the combined just monthly sales in this room just blows my mind. And even just like hanging out with you guys in the past couple of like hours, man, I know it's done a lot for everyone else's business and just like mindset. So I'm gonna throw it to my boy KD, the lifestyle ninja, man.
That lifestyle ninja, baby, and I call Iron Man for the Avengers too. So my name is Kevin David. I'm looking at all 4 cameras, so it's going to be awkward depending on whose YouTube you're watching it at.
Focus on mine.
We'll focus on Graham's camera.
Use the biggest lens, you know.
And then like everyone, kind of glance over here at one point too. Yeah. So I started out with Amazon FBA. That's kind of like where I began this whole journey, and I was just really sad and depressed at my job. To be perfectly honest, I was an accountant. I was working 80 hours a week. I was just not enjoying my life. I wasn't looking forward to every day. And I kind of woke up all of a sudden and realized that that's not what life is about. And I've watched all these guys on YouTube. I've learned more in the last like day of them all coming to my house than like the 4 or 5 years in college. So and I'm not saying don't go to college, but I'm just saying like when you find the right people, you can just learn so much information. So listen to these guys; they're crazy, right? So I mean, I did that in the last 12 months. I've been lucky enough to buy my dream house here in San Diego, and I'm just so happy that I get to meet and associate myself, with people of this caliber. It's really, really lucky to be able to meet people who are kind of doing the same things as you, hustling, trying to help people, and really kind of like creating the reality that they've always wanted. So I'm gonna introduce my boy ODI Productions, not to be confused with Odie.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Odie, also known as ODI Productions on YouTube. Thanks for the intro, Kevin. Oh, do you like the jacket? So I'm 25 years old. I'm from here, San Diego, California, where I'm based right now. I go in between San Diego and Chicago. My story, basically, I'm a UCLA dropout, dropped out my senior year, had a 3.5 GPA, pursued entrepreneurship, specifically affiliate marketing. For those who aren't familiar, it's basically just referrals. So that's a lot of passive income because you can just refer stuff on YouTube videos, on websites, and continue to earn commissions for months, if not years to come. So yeah, I was able to go from that to making 6 figures a month in profit within around 2 years, and now I get to hang out with these cool guys and just build my YouTube channel and personal brand. So drive a Lamborghini.
That's like really cool too.
If you couldn't tell from the thumbnail,
yeah,
drives a Lamborghini. So let's start here. What do you think is the biggest thing that holds people back from making passive income or even pursuing that in the first place? Because a lot of people won't even try, and what do you attribute that to?
I'll let you go first. Hashtag limiting beliefs.
Well, yeah, hashtag limiting beliefs, and it's like a various number of factors, right? Because the thing about passive income is you either got to like put in a lot of time up front or a lot of money, right? Like no one understands that. And of course, like in terms of passive, it doesn't mean that it's like you don't like touch it, right? Because like, especially like, for example, they say Facebook ads is passive, but all it takes is like Facebook algorithm to go like, what's up? And then it's just like, it's gone, you're out of a business, right? Like when my business was only focused on Facebook ads, like it was passive income, but then if the algorithm changed, bam, no more passive income. But then you have like, real estate where the real passive income is, you put a bunch of money in property and you get return, but it's not really passive income unless you have like a property management, right?
terribly
Yeah.
unpassive, but it's not 100. Like I probably spend a few hours a month. Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Your
managing
life
stuff.
is so hard,
It's,
dude.
what do I like? I
Seriously.
know. Sometimes I wake up and I
Man.
have to like
You make me
cash
wanna
a
get a
check,
job, dude.
I
You
actually
make
have to do a mobile deposit
Yeah.
for my rent. It's terrible.
Just makes me want to get a job. How about you, man? Because your passive income's pretty sick. Like we woke up this morning because we had like an entrepreneur slumber party. You have to make $100K a month minimum to like hang out at the KD household, right? Biggie's over there. What's up? And yeah, dude, the Wi-Fi was out, and you were just like chilling, like no stress whatsoever. So
Yeah, no, I mean, we got a live webinar coming up, so hopefully the Wi-Fi kicks back in at some point. But I mean, passive income to me is just about freedom, right? Like I don't care about money, and like it's easy to say that when you have money, because I think a big thing that people get caught up in is like when you're in the rat race and like you can't think about how beautiful the ocean is if you have to pay a bill tomorrow and you don't have the money. You know what I mean? So people get so caught up and they just can't kind of appreciate it, and they can't like take a step back. So like kind of there's two steps to entrepreneurship in my opinion. It's grinding, putting the work in, sacrificing, doing everything you need to make as much money as you want, right? That makes you happy, makes you comfortable, and then it's to go to fulfillment, right? And so that's kind of what I think. And the biggest thing that holds people back kind of from starting passive income, in my opinion, is kind of decision paralysis. Like people are on the internet and they're watching Graham's channel, they're saying real estate. They're watching Mike, they're saying Shopify. They're watting Odie, they're saying, you know, they're watching Mike, they're talking about scaling, you know, and being handsome and trying to become a model out in Bali. And they're watching Odie, bodybuilding. Oh, exactly, bodybuilding. They're watching Odie and they're thinking about affiliate marketing, right? They're watching me and Facebook ads, Shopify, Amazon, whatever it is. And so there's so many choices that people are looking at all of this and then they don't start, right? Because they're like, oh, but what if I start Amazon and then Shopify would be the better option? What if I start real estate or maybe I should do affiliate marketing, right? The key to this and the key to passive income and the key to being successful and becoming an entrepreneur is finding someone that you truly believe in, right? Based on results, based on their personality, based on the knowledge they're teaching, and then really just jumping in and actually implementing and doing something, right? Not thinking about it, not getting motivated for a minute, but really actually doing something and doing the work up front to choose what that thing is and is best for
And
you.
also not doing what's the easiest. So many people are like, what's the quickest, easiest way? And then they realize
BitConnect.
maybe it's BitConnect. But they realize it might not be Amazon. It might be like,
Shots
oh, it's
fired.
Shopify, or it might be but like, you know, anyway, I'll let.
I mean, because that's a good point. Because
Yeah.
it's taken us years to get to six figures a month, right? Like I don't know about you guys, but it took me 13 months to get to where we're making 6 figures plus profit per month, and I mean that's still very fast. But like it's 13 months. It's not a day. Like it's not a month.
But you were also like working like years before that. Like, you were like in entrepreneurship since like 18.
Yeah,
right?
and I mean, I was an entrepreneur since I was 16, like selling lemonade. Like it's a mindset that like you develop habitually, like anything else.
Yeah, I agree with the above. Honestly, there's many ways to skin a cat, all right? So every single person on this couch has done it a different way. There's a specific way that works for you and your lifestyle. So you have to find that way and you have to stick to it. And you have to stick to one thing long enough to see the fruits of your labor. So honestly, like there's so many options out there. It comes to just believing and trusting in your decision and in yourself and then seeing that to fulfillment. So, yeah.
Yo, I think a cool thing is we should like ask a question and then everyone answers and we like just take turns or something.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, okay. Because this is like a pretty interesting question.
Sounds like you have a question.
Yeah, I have a question. Can I like raise my hand?
Raise hands.
Okay, I'll raise my hand.
He's got
Anyways,
the little talking mic.
excuse me. I have a question.
Is this thing on?
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, we should do that because I have an interesting question. All
I
right.
got a question
If
too.
any one of you guys had a chance to trade your life with one other person on here, like it doesn't have to just be like business. It could be like whatever they got going on, right? It could just be like, hey man, he was like,
here live in Bali.
but like no. For example, for me, man, I would like Odie is the most chillest dude. Like this guy, where like okay, so it's like pretty cool because Odie like makes a lot from like affiliate marketing, man. And he just chills, dude. He'll make like a video every like 4 to 5 days or whatever, if that. And then when he makes a video, there's like tens of thousands of people like, oh, Odie, you're so cool. I love you. And then like I'm like pumping out videos every single day, and I have to do like some crazy clickbait with like my shirt off or whatever for like mostly hate, right?
Let me say this. I've noticed with people that do it every day, people don't watch because they're like, you're just going to post a video tomorrow. And then the next day they think, well, why would I watch yesterday's video when I could just watch today's?
True.
Versus when you do it once a week, it's like that one time, we're like, oh, I got to watch the
That little
video.
hit of Odie.
Also,
You guys have more subs than me, though.
I don't have a Lamborghini right now. Do you have a Lamborghini right now?
I have a moped.
Do you have a Lamborghini right now? Do you have a Lamborghini right now?
Maybe, yeah.
All right, so I mean that helps with your. It might be orange.
It might be orange.
Hashtag Prius gang.
It's actually a Prius body kit.
So I have a question. I have a question for you. And you know, maybe I should make it like general, but I'm just curious.
yeah.
So real estate, right? Because like the only real estate that I've ever been involved with was like my first house, which was this house, which is like a.
Insane. It's a beautiful house.
So like I don't, you know, I love learning from people who are like the best at doing things, and like, you know, on YouTube you're one of, if not the best person to kind of go to for that. So somebody who's watching this, right? Because I think a lot of people kind of get confused and they say like, you know, real estate's expensive. Like, you know, I had to pay a ton out of pocket for this. Like that would be ridiculous for me a few years ago, right? How can someone get involved in real estate who doesn't have like a bunch of money?
I would honestly believe house hacking is really one of the best ways to get into real estate for someone who doesn't have a ton of money. And this is basically you get a duplex, triplex, or fourplex, something under 4 units, and almost every bank will consider that a residential loan. Instead of a commercial loan, when you get more than 4 units, you live in one of the units, you rent out the others. So basically, you're covering your own living expenses by buying the place you're living in.
Right.
But at the same time, you get exposure to rental real estate, and that you could rent out a few other units, get some passive income. Shh, talking. get some passive income going, and that's such a great way just to get started and get your feet wet when investing in real estate. And then eventually, you just do that again. 2 or 3 years later, you just buy another one that's maybe a little bit nicer. You rent out the last one. All of a sudden, you have now a rental property that's generating cash flow, and then you continue. Yeah.
On average, like what's the influx or like what's the outlay for somebody trying to like do that? Is it like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000?
It so depends on the area. At the very least, I'm finding people right now are putting between 10 and 15% down. So for someone in California or Los Angeles, it could very well be 100,000 plus. In areas in the Midwest, it could be as low as 30,000.
Right.
There will be money that will need to be put down, unless you're a veteran, in which case sometimes they have 0% down options. Every now and then you're able to get like an FHA loan at 3 to 10%. It's possible. I don't really see it. It's hard to find a cash flowing property at like 3-5% down. Usually it doesn't happen. It's possible.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you will have to make money and save money in order to do this. This is going to be something that's really difficult to do if you don't have any money or you're just starting out at like 18 and want to invest. Realistically, it's probably not going to happen.
So that leads me into my next question, which is, I want to go down the line, and I want to say, like, for the 18-year-olds watching, for the 22-year-olds watching, people that are fresh out of high school, college, right, or even anyone who wants to just change their life, right? What is the absolute best? What should people be focusing on? Like, real thing, like, because it's like, it's very common that entrepreneurs are like, like, believe in yourself and like work hard, and people are like, okay, but that doesn't really answer my question. Like, what should I be focusing on with all of the different choices out there?
Yeah.
Like, out of all of the different choices. And I'll go first because I don't want to put anyone on the spot because I've obviously been thinking about this question. And there's so many different options, right? And you want to choose what's kind of fitting for you. Like Amazon takes a little bit more money to start, like $3,000 to start. Shopify you can get started with less, right? But there is some saturation with it. Creating like a digital marketing company or like a Facebook ads agency has like no upfront costs and can generate a ton of kind of residual income that way. But there's also other options, right? Like we all met each other because of one thing, right? We all know each other because of one thing. We're all talking to each other. We all are, going to collab with each other because of YouTube, right? And so I think that something for the younger people out there who, have the personality for it, and even if you don't, focusing on like YouTube, focusing on like building a personal brand, focusing on building your social media presence, you just meet people. Because I think a lot of people are like, they see like Gary Vaynerchuk and they're like, oh my God, how can I meet him? How can I meet him? Like, how can I become like that, right? And what I found was when I started to work on my own stuff and my own YouTube, instead of me reaching out to other people reach out to me, right? And like that's kind of like you're reversing the game in a way that like now people are coming to you that before like it would be very difficult to actually go out and try to find. And so I'm gonna put Mike on the spot now because I gave him like 30 seconds, so he's all right.
Awesome. Yeah. So I mean, when you focus on your brand, like kind of what we're doing, most of the time, when you're trying to like. You're trying to convince someone to do something that it is you want, as opposed to like when you become the person that's attractive, right? Like, what was it? Jim Rohn says it all the time. It's like, don't chase success. Become the person that attracts success,
right?
Because that's the only way you could keep it. So that's like the biggest thing when it comes to like YouTube. Every single day you kind of hold yourself accountable, especially when you're dealing with like some like of the biggest names right now in the entrepreneurship niche on YouTube. And when it comes down to an 18-year-old that is just starting online or whatever, and they want to make a name for themselves, or even if they just want to make their first $100 a day online, what I would say is, and this was like the best advice, especially if you're 18, because, you know, we're lucky that we started off really young, but the best advice that I got was in your 20s, and especially like if you're 18, like hell, dude, you got so much time. But when you're young, you know, the worst thing that you could do when you're like 30 or 40, 50, looking back and realizing that you got good at the wrong thing. Because you wasted your time. I mean, it doesn't matter how much money you're getting at your job if that skill set that you're learning isn't going to be helpful. So, for example, for me, when I look at whatever, like, if I had a chance to like go back to my 18-year-old self, I'd be like, Mike, the one thing that you like really need to know is you just need to find a way to just capture attention. Because it doesn't matter what business you're in. It could be like in Amazon FBA, it could be like in real estate, it could be like in affiliate marketing, it could be like in blogging, it could be like YouTube, right? When you control attention, you control eyeballs, and then if you have an influence over those eyeballs, then you also have an influence on their wallets, right? And then your bank account goes up. So like, for example, like just this one thing alone, if you just master how to get good at it, you know, you could close deals on real estate. You could find a way to make your listing on Amazon FBA look way better than your competitors. You know, you could find like affiliate products and you could just be more creative in just capturing attention.
Because if people have heard about an affiliate product, they go to it. If people have heard about a product on Amazon, they want to see what it is. If people have heard about a real estate agent, they want to have him sell the house, right? And it's all boiling down to attention. And YouTube is an unbelievable way.
Yeah.
So if you're 18, you're broke as hell, like, don't focus on just, focus on one thing, but like craft that thing of attention because you'll never go out of business.
Here's a quick side tangent. This reminds me of that guy, Boonk Gang. Have you seen him on Instagram? He wanted to be a rapper, and no one knew about him or his music, so he did really stupid shit. And that got him how many millions of followers on Instagram, and now people take him seriously because he has a following behind him. Just do stuff to get attention. And but well, or even Bad Baby. We'll edit that out. Cut that out. Cut that out. Just so we all like scoot away.
I'm scooting closer.
See you guys. No, what I would say is think about the life you want and then reverse engineer that. Like, for instance, if you wanted to go to Bali and just live there, I couldn't be a real estate agent here but then spend most of my life in Bali. Like, it didn't work. If I wanted to go and travel and spend my life on a cruise ship, I couldn't sell real estate. That just wouldn't be feasible. So figuring out first what sort of lifestyle you want, and then figuring out from there what's going to get you there. And if you want to be a real estate agent and you like your own schedule and you like to work with clients and meet people, then maybe that means you have to settle down in an area and not necessarily go and travel the world. If you want to live from a laptop, then you could do something much different. But finding out what that end goal is first and then working backwards from that, I think, is massively important.
Let me add something really quick, and then I'll pass it to Odie. That's such an important point that he said, and I just want to add one thing to it that I've personally learned. So like, I take it like one step even like closer to the ground. Like if I want to be like a real estate millionaire, right? I'm gonna be like absolutely dissecting him. Like, I'm going to be looking at every video topic. I'm going to be subscribing to his email list. I'm going to be looking at his website. You don't have an email list. I'm going to be okay, so it doesn't matter, but you're going to find, and he's a freaking multimillionaire. He doesn't have an email list. So like, that tells you how successful he is. But I'm looking at who's doing it the best. I'm doing research, and then I'm just absolutely immersing myself into their ecosystem in every way I can. I'm looking at their Instagram, what they're posting. I'm looking at their Facebook page, what they're posting, everything, right? And you literally just emulate that, add your own creativity, add your own personality, and then just like literally let it take off.
Yeah, I totally agree with Graham. I mean, starting with that end goal in mind of just figuring out what you want from this life. And I know it's hard. Like, when I was 18, 19 years old, like, I did not really know what I wanted from life. But just like reading books, just being on the internet, being on YouTube and seeing different people's lifestyles, reading about different people, and their success stories and this and that, I finally kind of like nestled into my own path. And then I found all the people who were like the top in my industry. I studied them, and I went out to kind of emulate them, and then eventually I was competing with them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So honestly, I think focusing on the end goal of like what you really want from this life and finding a way to get there from A to B, and also I think just developing your own personal skills and personal brand, like you just need to build yourself up, because if you want to get to a certain level, like you have to be ready for it, and you have to be ready for it from like a personal like growth standpoint. Like you have to have the skills, you have to have the knowledge, you have to have the social proof behind you if you want to go after it. So honestly, just working on yourself and then figuring out what you really want from life, like taking some time to really just analyze and be honest with yourself. You know what I mean? Like if you want the cars, then you want the cars, or if you want, you know, if you just want girls, then you want the girls. But if you want, you know, freedom, if you want influence, if you want a positive influence on people, if you want to help out, you know, your community, then you have to really figure that out. And the best way that you can use, you know, your skills, your talents towards that goal.
Right. I love that too. And you know, like I had to get so specific, like almost like comically specific. Like I literally like took a piece of paper and wrote down like, what do I like? And I was like, the beach, the sun. Like I like cars. I like to like have fast Wi-Fi, right? Like I like butts. I like Mike's butt.
I cannot lie.
You know, and all of a sudden Mike's butt's sitting on my couch. And so, you know, I
Law of attraction.
Yeah, the law of attraction. I manifested his butt onto my couch. And you know, that's what it's all about.
That's what's all about.
You know what? And there's nothing wrong with copying somebody else. And you were mentioning that.
Yeah.
It's easy just to look at what someone else is doing and then just copy them. Copy exactly what they're doing, but add your own twist on it. Of course. Like that's what I did with YouTube. I copied what other people were doing, just with. Yeah, we all do. Like is Ty Lopez a scammer? Find out on my channel. 150,000 views later. No, but for real though, we all watch each other's videos, see what topics do well, or if we see a topic that maybe didn't do well, we think like, oh, you know what? I can do my own twist on this and add this to it, and I think it might do better. And just there's nothing wrong with copying somebody and just making it your own.
We prefer the word inspire.
Yeah.
Or swipe.
Yeah.
Or swipe.
Ethically,
like for example, Odie had a video where it was like teaching a student how to start a business with $100. I saw, I was like, oh look, 1 million views. I was like, okay, how can I add my own like flavor? Teaching my Tinder date how to start a business.
Oh, I
like
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like really cool because if you type in like how to make $1,000
Was she
a
actually
day.
your Tinder date? Like.
Yeah, dude, seriously. And I was like, oh, I know this is really weird, but this is like for the views, and you're like really pretty, and you're Russian. Can you
That's what he
please,
says to everybody though.
Yeah.
and then you got like 20 comments that said, but did you smash?
Yeah. No, for Odie's
I think I was
video.
just there like liking every comment.
But it's like really cool because if you type in like how to make $1,000 a day in affiliate marketing, like the first 4 videos you'll see are like our faces.
Yeah.
And it's just like the same picture. Like it's cool because it's its own thing. There's like this one keyword where it's like, I can't believe I did this with Shopify, and everyone looks the same, man. They have like that black like bar that they all took from Alex Becker. So shout out to you, Alex Becker, for like causing that
$50 a
black
day.
bar. And then everyone's like doing this.
Yes.
And the only
Or
thing
just,
that's different is like their ethnicity. So it's like, all right, we got like an Asian guy, a black guy, like a white guy, and then you just like take and pick or whatever. I don't know. But you I think it's your last question, and then you guys have a webinar.
Oh no.
Yeah, we gotta
I'm
get
good.
to a Webby.
Yeah.
You have a question?
No.
No, I'm good.
So really quick, just a quick question for you guys. Which do you guys want more of? Because, you know, it's really cool the fact that we could collaborate, because instead of like us being the expert in a niche that we have no idea what to do, because there's so many people out there that are like, oh yeah, we're an expert at this, buy my course and stuff like that. You know, I'd rather have like the person that knows real estate talk about real estate. I'd rather have someone that talks about Amazon FBA talk about Amazon FBA. I'd rather have someone who knows how to like kill it in Amazon, or in I was gonna say Amazon. I was to do in what's called affiliate marketing. Thank you so much. And yeah, dude. So that's like the biggest thing. What do you guys want more of? Comment it below. And do you guys want more of these? Should we give them more collabs like this? What do you think,
I think
Graham?
we should. Yeah, comment your favorite channel down below.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let's give the people something. So like, if you guys want to, you know, follow or find us, right? ODI Productions, literally the letters ODI Productions. You can search Kevin David into YouTube or Facebook or Google or whatever. Mike Vestil, Vestil, and Graham Stephan, normal spelling but with a PH. Normal spelling. Instagram.
Or is it Graham?
It's Graham.
Oh, it's Graham Stephan.
Graham.
Yeah. Or just search Sexiest Man Alive on YouTube and you'll find one of us, hopefully.
You'll just find Odie, actually.
All right, guys, so we're going to close this out. We got to get to a webinar. Again, thank you guys so much for coming to the house here in San Diego. And I promise you guys, we will be having more collaborations coming to you soon. And if you want to learn more about real estate, you know, if you want to learn about scaling or being sexy, if you want to learn about affiliate marketing, if you want to learn learn about anything from me, right? Amazon, Shopify, Facebook ads, the works. You know where to find us now, guys. So comment below, and the most important thing is don't give up, start to make passive income, and create the reality that you want.
Oh, and one more thing. Most people right now are gonna be super motivated, right? But if you don't marry action with the motivation within 5 minutes, like it's gone, right? So like when you turn off, like usually like we'd want like, yo, watch our videos, right? Cause like his CPM rates are like ridiculous. So like, oh, watch our videos. But like, no, dude, seriously, like turn your laptop off and like go run out and do something. Doesn't matter what it is, but just like, cause that one step forward and like have that positive momentum so that you could actually start living the life that you want, because it doesn't matter what we do, man. It's all about you guys and the next success story.
Right. So close your laptop, then immediately open it, and then start working on it, because that's what we need to do.
And then watch our videos. And then watch our videos. So for my camera, outro.
All right, guys.
Like and subscribe.